All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my apologies.
George, good morning to you.
We are now going to, hold on, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to restart. I did get a little, I know that my rhetoric and my opinion is, much as I tried to keep it clean, I do understand that I made a lot of people feel uncomfortable. And someone asked me, well, do you feel bad about what you just did, the way you just annihilated and beat up Blagas? No, I don't feel bad at all. These folks are the worst of the worst and truly the scum of the earth, all right? And I'll do it anytime. It was with honor. It was with honor and great pleasure that I took it to Blaga this morning, W. Zeus. See, I don't have to, like I was asking though, have you ever heard me just go into a red space and just start cursing out people, and especially being just a sick person to the women in there? No. Even if you're a woman on the right, yeah, I'll express my frustration with you, but we got to have standards out here. And it's just sad to see the way that some Blagga folks get out here and act a straight plumb dumb fool. All right, let's get into today's topic. So one thing we were talking about is what the Supreme Court has done in the state of Alabama. This is another red state, all right? And this has to do with the voting rights being gutted, all right? Again, when I interact with Blagga, I don't care about anything else. I want you to explain to me how you ended up voting for more of this, all right? Again, make it make sense.
George, good morning to you. A lot of twists and turns, but much of it likely to impact those critical November midterms with control of Congress on the line. So this was a 6-3 Supreme Court decision that has now cleared a path for Alabama to eliminate one of just two majority black congressional districts in that state. Both are represented by Democrats, and it allows Republicans to be in the position of likely picking up one more safe Republican seat ahead of November. It's just the latest in a nationwide firestorm of redistricting that's gripped both Republican and Democratic states, and it comes just about 2 weeks after that major Supreme Court decision that gutted a section of the Voting Rights Act's protections that deal with redistricting by race. The Congressional Black Caucus now says that in the wake of that decision, roughly 19 or so of its members, just about a third of the caucus representing Republican-controlled states like Georgia, Louisiana, South Carolina, and a third of the caucus representing 19 or so of its members.
19 members could be at risk of losing their seats, and this is according to the Congressional Black Caucus. This is what Blagga represents to me: self-destruction. You know, there's a thing called the Willie Lynch syndrome. You ever heard of the Willie Lynch syndrome? Self-refueling slaves. This is what we're dealing with out here, and it's totally unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. These brothers, Blagga, actually, I'm gonna start saying that Blagga has Willie Lynch syndrome, right? I don't have it. Actually. And again, I know how to have difficult conversations and draw boundaries with people. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. If you're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong. This is wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire once again. And I direct this directly at Blagga, because if you would have been doing your job in these states that you frequent, none of this wouldn't have easily happened. If you weren't sitting out here aligning yourself with the Triple K on social media, because you know the Triple K, they vote Republican. If you weren't doing that, this wouldn't have happened. So congratulations, Blagga. You played yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Blagga this morning straight to hell. And that's a huge W Zeus. The next thing that I wanted to talk about now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've heard about it. I mean, yeah, we don't want to make it a racial issue, but guess what's happening right now? Everything Donald Trump is doing right now, from now until the midterm, he has to use the dog whistle. I'm so familiar with Trump's tactics. I'm so familiar with the tactics of the Republican Party. When you're losing in the polls, you got to cheat. You got to try everything in the book. And one of Donald Trump's go-to moves is to dog whistle and start getting these people who can get things going in terms of racism. You know, the Chud the Builder type stuff. You know who Chud the Builder is, running around here calling black folks the N-word, that kind of stuff. And that's supposed to gin the base up, because that's the one thing they know unites MAGA very well. It's like a good glue for them, right? And so you're going to start experiencing and seeing more things around racism. And the funny thing is, it's not really funny though. A few weeks ago, I was arguing with another MAGA demon, Wild Man. Remember Wild Man Grinder 69 and his friend Snuggie? So, and his 95-year-old grandpappy, there's no racism. Racism ended when I went to church and got saved. You remember this situation? And they told me all I got to do is stop talking about it. You want me to stop talking about racism to do what? Make you feel good? Again, I'm not your therapist. No, Wild Man Grinder, in your pappy, and then Snuggie likes to rush to the defense of the racist folks. Oh, Zeus, don't you dare talk about my pappy like that. And then he starts crying and huffing and puffing and foaming at the mouth. I could care less. Now we have this Republican hit with calls to resign after a shocking radio interview. And again, I bring this to the internet and social media because, again, I want Blagga to honestly, don't talk to me about nothing Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala here. Is she black? I don't want to hear that. I want you to tell me what you understand about this happening on May 11th, 2026. This is current stuff, and I need you to weigh in on it. So, what had happened here? A two-term Republican Congresswoman is shrugging off pressure to step down after she audibly endorsed a radio host's racially loaded jab at the House's top black lawmaker. Jen Keegan, who has represented Virginia's 2nd Congressional District since 2023, wrapped up a Monday appearance on local station WRVA's Richmond Morning News by listening in as host Rich Herrera laid into House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries for backing efforts to redraw Virginia's voting map. Herrera urged the New York Democrat to relocate south and seek office in the Commonwealth himself, capping off his tirade, quote, if not, get your cotton-picking hands off of Virginia. Let's see if we got that.
If Hakeem Jeffries wants to be involved in Virginia politics, then I suggest he does what a bunch of New Yorkers are doing. Leave New York, move down here to Virginia, run for office down here. You can represent us. If not, get your... If not, get your... off of Virginia.
Wow. Hold on.
Right.
We got to get that, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Maybe there's a buffering issue.
Jeffries wants to be involved in Virginia politics, then I suggest he does what a bunch of New Yorkers are doing. Leave New York, move down here to Virginia, run for office down here. You can represent us. If not, get your cotton-picking hands off of Virginia.
That's right. Ditto. Yes. Yes to that.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
If Hakeem Jeffries wants to be involved in Virginia politics, then I suggest he does what a bunch of New Yorkers are doing. Leave New York, move down here to Virginia, run for office down here. You can represent us. If not, get your cotton-picking hands off of Virginia.
That's right. Ditto. Yes.
All right. Now, that's in the party Blagga that you're voting with. If there were a Democrat candidate, even in that kind of orbit, trust me, we would all be on them like white on rice, even the white liberal women that I hang out with, because that's unacceptable. What's unacceptable as well is the fact that Blagga will listen to that and they will get upset. They will get upset about it, but they do not have the testicular fortitude, like my good friend Brother Swervin says, to go and actually talk to the people that they got a problem with. They would rather go after the people that in their mind they think are the weaker people. That's why they tend to go after the women, because they think the women are weak, which is crazy because all the women that I know, they're stronger than Blagga. So it's crazy. They think, or even me, they think that, no, take your special behind to the state of Virginia and you go tell her she needs to resign because she sat there and cheered it on. She did like this. You said what? She cheered it on. And this is why Blagga doesn't like Big Zeus. And I got him dead to rights this morning. Where's Dame at? Has anyone seen Dame since Hey Dame, where you at, bro? All kidding aside now. I had to do what I had to do this morning. But all kidding aside, Dame, Or any of you Blagga, what do y'all have to say about that? Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting? No, yeah. Isn't it interesting? Radio silent. He had all the smoke in the world for me and all of you, but soon as we actually got something he needs to get busy and get active about, I ain't no gangster like that, Zeus. I'm not a gangster. Okay, then relax. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, join me in warming up the Lake of Fire. This is why I got to do it. I've completely destroyed Blagga this morning. I really do. Feelings have been hurt, but trust me, it came from a good place. I did it with love. Oh, there he is. There he is. Dame, not one time while this was being played did you mention anything in the comments. Not one time. And that says a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, join me in sending Blagga straight to hell. You got to do better, bro. No, okay.
Silence, you MAGA.
And that's a huge W, Zeus. No, Dame, bro. Dame, come on. I'll take you more serious with the whole meeting up and stuff. If you would at least address the people in your party now that are actually doing harmful things. Can you just please, like, no more weird outbursts and stuff like that. Like, honestly, why can't you say a thing about get your cotton picking hand? But you got everything to say to us on the left. We're not the ones doing this. I don't get it. I really don't understand what the disconnect is. Y'all got a serious problem. The party you are in is diluting your vote. The party you are in is making it more difficult for you to live in the United States because they are actively going after your wallet. And yet, all the smoke that you can conjure up, because demons conjure up smoke, you use it to go after the party that's trying to help you. I don't get it. Huge disconnect, but I get it. You know what they say, hard head makes for a soft behind, W Zeus. I could be doing so many other things with my life, because I'm a busy person, but the fact that I take time out to actually help folks like this and they refuse to accept it, it just blows my mind away. Now let's go ahead and do an update. 18 American passengers abroad, the hantavirus, they're hit. Hit cruise ships are now being monitored in medical facilities in guess where? Georgia and Nebraska, red states, right? Let's go ahead and get this on the record because the reason I like to cover this is, number one, the parallel. We are literally in the same, it's like deja vu, right? We're in the same, simulation we were in to a degree during C-19. The same thing is literally unfolding, but it's not 2019, it's 2026.
Good morning, Robin, from the University of Nebraska Medical Center. We're outside the quarantine unit where 16 passengers will be assessed over the coming days. This as we learn of additional Americans being monitored. They were on the same flight as an infected passenger.
This morning, health officials monitoring those Americans who returned home following that deadly hantavirus outbreak on board a cruise ship. The first American to test positive being treated inside the biocontainment unit at the University of Nebraska Medical Center.
Wow.
15 others are being evaluated for symptoms in the quarantine unit here. Once released, they will be allowed to monitor their symptoms at home or remain here for the 42-day quarantine period.
Look at that. Look at this Blagga. Look at this MAGA. We are literally reliving C-19 all over again. It's an American nightmare. This is honestly. And when you ask, MAGA, Blagga, whatever, how do you rate Donald Trump's performance thus far? We can never get any answers. You mean to tell me we have at least, they say the number is 15, it's 18. We already know it's here. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It's here in the United States. You might as well, if you have any underlying health issues, you might as well be getting on the phone with your doctor right now trying to figure out ways to potentially handle this situation because you're not going to get anything out of Donald Trump and RFK Jr. and the list goes on and on. 42-day quarantine period, 40% chance, 30 to 40% chance of passing away if you catch this, if you contract this. and you have Donald Trump running around saying it'll be gone by summer. You know his claim to fame. It'll be gone by summer, or the classic. Is there a way we could just hit the body with some light and then, inject with disinfectant? Right? You know it's coming. And so, ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire once again. What I'm doing is illustrating what's happening here in the United States of America. This is just one of the latest examples of how terrible of a job Donald Trump and his administration are doing. And rightfully so, they deserve for us to do what? Send them straight to where? Hell! Yeah.
Silence! Silence! You macadamia!
W, Zeus. W, Zeus. Okay, what else do I want to cover, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you know what? I was supposed to do this. We were just talking about racism. I forgot. Maybe I should do this. But this was a good thing. This is something Donald Trump, many of you might not know it, but Donald Trump posted over 55. How many text messages did he post yesterday, ladies and gentlemen? He posted, let me see. Hold on. I think I got the number. Hold on. I think I got the number. Last night, he went on a tirade. Let's see. Hold on. Why is it big screen? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. My computer is tripping. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, here it goes. Let me see. Okay, here it goes. It goes. Let me go share screen. Here you go. Okay, I think you can see it now. If you can't, WVIP. Yeah. Now Harry Sisson, he did a good job. I don't know how he had time to do this, but Trump had one of his worst mental health episodes yet last night, posting over 55 times in 3 hours. Here is the list. 10:15 accuses Obama of starting a coup. And you can just see the list goes on and on. We all know Donald Trump is going to dog whistle from here until midterms because he wants the racists to unite together and vote Republican. So he has to start putting the red meat out there, which is why I continue to despise Blagger, because you are sitting there clapping while he's doing it instead of saying enough is enough. So don't ask me, well, Zeus, you're a black man. Stand up for us when you see racism going on in the Democrat Party. H to the no. W, Rick. H to the no. You are welcoming this. And it's not really racism what you're talking about. What you're upset about is the fact that you're not as intelligent. All right, when you're having these conversations, even though you try to pretend like you are, you're not as intelligent, so you turn around and make it about race. But 55 times. This is Donald Trump. This Obama. It's like, he cannot keep Obama's name out of his mouth. But Blagger won't address this. But here's the issue. Why is the president sharing these videos on social media? So take a look at these videos and y'all tell me what y'all think about what Donald Trump is posting this video for. Let's go ahead and watch one.
Oh, yes, ma'am. What's the order, ma'am? Bridget. Oh, yes. Bridget. Okay. Which one was the order for me, ma'am? Thank you, everyone. Oh my God.
What? What's wrong?
The order just canceled. I think the customer just canceled the order.
Girl, you with... Hold on, let me see.
Here you go.
She canceled the order.
Who did that?
Oh. Do you see her? Where did she go?
Oh, she's right by you. I think she just left.
Oh, no, I'm tired of this. Oh, no, I'm tired of this. Every time I turn around. This her? Yeah, this her. Can I help you? Ma'am, why did you just cancel that order?
What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
This is straight fucking recording.
Oh, my God. Girl, yes. I am recording you because, for one, you just got through taking the order and you sit up there and you in here eating up people's food.
Baby, it ain't even your food. What is you worried about it for? You
Oh, no, baby.
Girl, you can call whoever you need to call.
Oh, I'm going to call because I'm going to get you fired, honey.
Girl, we gotta go. Oh, hurry up. You gotta go, girl.
No, you ain't got to go nowhere.
Yeah, so this is the question you got to ask yourself is, why is Donald Trump posting this? Go ahead, let's see what this video is. What's he doing? Man caught on camera purposely knocking over a Miami restaurant server. Oh, is this Blagger he's trying to send a message to? Huh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What is Donald Trump trying to signal to the American people when he posts these videos yesterday? While going after Obama. Does anybody understand what Donald Trump is trying to do? He's trying to make it look like black folk are a problem here in the United States, ain't he? Black men and black women. I see it. It's a dog whistle. You know, you get Wild Man Grinder 69 and his pappy seeing videos like this. All they're going to start saying is, you know what the problem is? The problem is those black people, or in some cases, they'll use the N-word because, you know, they're using it right now. And you know what that's going to make them do? Yeah, this is why we got to go vote more. We got to vote for Donald Trump in the midterms, right? This is dog whistling at its finest. And so, yeah, you want me to stop talking about racism, right? But your president could turn around and post racist videos all night long. Absolutely not. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, join me in warming up the Lake of Fire. They get mad at me for doing this, but I have to do it. Let's go ahead and send the racist president of the United States, and as well as his supporters where they truly belong, straight to hell. Yeah.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
W. Zeus. Okay, we got a little bit of time left. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and cover some very important topics. All right, W. Ginger. This has been circulating.
Our great country.
This has been circulating all over the internet for a few days now, but we haven't really brought it forward on the show, but we're going to do it. How many of you remember when Donald Trump made those cell phones and tricked a bunch of his followers? Let's go ahead and warm up the Lake of Fire, because now his supporters are crying that they didn't get the phones.
Today we're here to introduce Trump Mobile, making phones in America. It's about time we bring products back to our great country.
We're going to be having call centers for Trump Mobile in St. Louis, so we're keeping our data onshore. We plan to build phones in America. All of our customer support is in America. A lot of people are getting ripped off, to say the least, because they don't pay attention to their cell phone plans. So I think we can do it better.
Hey, Trump supporter here.
Oh.
This goes out to Don Jr. and Eric.
Oh.
Where the f*** is my phone? I ordered 4 gold Trump phones in the summer. Now we can't get any f***ing updates on them.
Well over 500,000 people each paid a $100 deposit to get in on the planned and promised Trump phone. Not a single confirmed customer, though, has gotten one. This is a report from the IBT. Meanwhile, the website for the so-called Trump Mobile, which isn't very mobile, includes a disclaimer. A pre-order doesn't guarantee a device will be produced or made available for purchase. I mean, that is just out there. A pre-order means not a pre-order. We just hold your $100 and we might never make the phone. They haven't shipped any phones.
Y'all laughing at
the company's selling point was that this somewhat gilded device would be made in America. You heard that in some of those clips. Now they say it will be proudly American. I guess that's kind of how the phone identifies. It will be designed with American values in mind, but that's not how country of origin labeling works. If you're going to make something here or have it abroad, the mother of all tariffs, president ought to know that. The phone reportedly now predominantly made in China, but again, that's if it's made. So far, the company now says, don't assume if you buy one or part of one that it'll ever be produced, so we don't know if it's ever going to be made or where.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, join me in warming up the Lake of Fire. W. Kamira. I got to say, that makes my morning when I heard that. How many of you enjoy watching Donald Trump rip off his supporters like I do? Congratulations, MAGA. You've played yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending these losers straight to hell. I love it. I do. I really do.
Silence.
Whoa.
You MAGA demons.
It's so easy. I don't need to really talk to MAGA in order to get off in the morning. I really don't, because they give the game away. They give it up on the internet all day long. It's crash out city. When they start coming to their senses and they start realizing how pathetic they really truly are. Now, many of you, let's just go ahead and get this on the record. I just wanted to call this out. You woke up to the news. Did you wake up to this news? Inflation accelerates after weeks of war with Iran. Congratulations, MAGA. Congratulations. Consumer price index rose 3.8% in April from a year earlier as higher energy costs replaced tariffs as the driver of higher prices for America. Remember, he used tariffs first to raise the price up. And then when that didn't work, he decided to go start a war with Iran to raise the price up in using gas, all right? Consumer prices in the United States rose at the fastest rate since May of 2023. Last month, as sharp increases in energy costs caused by war in the Middle East, which made life more expensive for American consumers. The Consumer Price Index rose 3.8% in April, a year earlier. The Labor Department reported on Tuesday, up from a 2.4% annual increase before the conflict started in February and a 3.3% increase in March. The increase was driven largely by energy prices, up 3.8% since the previous month. But the core index, stripping out volatile food and energy prices, also rose 2.8% over the year in April, up from 2.6% in March. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give you an example of what we're dealing with here in the United States. Now, I don't know this person, but this is them talking about, this woman is talking about what happened when she went to KFC to get some chicken tenders. Now, back when I was, back when we used to pull up in the drive-thru and get some chicken tenders, this stuff usually didn't cost more than $1.99, maybe $3 max. But listen to this.
Okay, so I actually just left a drive-thru without buying anything because I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I said, I'll just take chicken tenders. And they're like, okay, there's like a 4 or 6, whatever. I was going to get, I think it was 6 chicken tenders, and they're like, that will be $20. And I was like, I didn't even get fries or a drink, literally just chicken tenders.
Wow.
And I was like, that is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I can't do that. That's bonkers. So I had to say, no, thank you. I think I'll just starve today. I'm going to actually go get a taco at Taco Bell because it's not $20 for one taco. I know that. I was like, for a few chicken tenders is $20 with no sides, no drink at a drive-thru? That's bonkers. What's the most expensive fast food that you've bought lately?
Look at this, lady. Look at this, lady.
Okay, so
look at this, ladies and gentlemen. And you just gotta sit there. An 8-piece is going for $22.99. It's $23, and then you add tax. You might as well just take $25. That's a quarter of one of them bills. You know what I'm saying? That's a quarter of a bill they're asking for just for 8 chicken tenders. You got to be kidding me. 12. You asked for 12. Now you're up here at pretty much $35. 16. You want half a bill for no, we just can't do that. We just can't. And you know it's definitely, this is Donald Trump's America. Airplane costs a lot more to fly. You try to fly from one side of the country to the other, you're almost going to spend $1,000. You want to eat some chicken, you almost spend $100. The gas, when you go to the gas station, they stop you at $150. You know that automatically in most of these, because there could be fraud and they don't want people to just unlimited rip off the gas station. Now, it's not even fraud. It's just the fact that gas costs more. So imagine you wake up one morning and you got to go get some gas and you might want to go to KFC and eat some chicken tenders. There's $100 plus right there. Welcome to Donald Trump's America. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the most incompetent president in the United States we've ever had. He's actively enriching himself by ripping us all off. And he still gets people to go and vote for him because all he has to do is say Obama and black people. Ladies and gentlemen, and illegal immigrants, right? Join me in sending MAGA straight to hell. Yeah.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
You paid $25 for a plate in a Mexican restaurant. It's sad, especially when you look at the cost of the way the ground beef has gone up. You just can't make this up. And so with that being said, the Lincoln Project, ladies and gentlemen, they put out a nice little hit piece that I think is relevant. We all need to go ahead and get this in our systems. Hold on. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. They always do this to me. Here it goes.
The average American spent $4,200 more last year just keeping up with inflation. What did Donald Trump do? He made it worse. Much worse. Donald Trump's cabinet has a combined net worth of over $700 billion. His own family is making billions. They don't buy gas like us. They don't buy groceries. They don't check airline prices. They have their own planes. Donald Trump's private war is killing us. He doesn't care. Nobody around him cares. They live in a different world. Must be nice. They think we're stupid, and we'll keep voting to keep them in power. What do you think? Had enough?
Yeah. There you go. All right, so this W to the Lincoln Project. No, listen. If you vote for Donald Trump and the Republicans again, ladies and gentlemen, this cycle, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You really must hate yourself and your wallets at this point because you know what he's about to do. You already have Pete Kegsbreath sitting in front of Congress right now asking for trillions of dollars to continue the war in Iran. So where do you think he's going to get the money from? He's going to get it from us. So if you vote for Donald Trump, you're basically voting to continue the war in Iran and continue to make the price of living, the cost of living go up in the United States. All right. And if that's what you want, go for it. But over here, that's absolutely unacceptable. All right. And so I'll wrap it up by saying this is a good example of how pathetic MAGA truly is. Donald Trump had a press conference yesterday, and he actually polled the crowd about who do they prefer, J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio. And to me, I said, this is the best example of how disrespectful Donald Trump is.
A lot of beauties out there.
This is how disrespectful he is, even to people in his own party.
So we got a lot of beauties out there, JD. I envy you and other people. I don't know. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be JD? Is it going to be somebody else? I don't know. Does anybody have? Okay, let's go. You ready? Who likes J.D. Vance? Who likes Marco Rubio? All right. Sounds like a good ticket. J.D. That was a perfect ticket. By the way, I do believe that's a dream team, but these are minor details. That does not mean you have my endorsement under any circumstance. But, it's there was a big...
Did you catch what he just said? He said, that does not mean you have my endorsement under no circumstance. How? Imagine being JD and Marco hearing that and have to sit there and keep clapping.
By the way, I do believe that's a dream team, but these are minor details. That does not mean you have my endorsement under any circumstance. But, there was a big and then a very nice.
Wow.
I think it sounds like presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate.
Cook JD and Marco right there. And then you still have people voting for Donald Trump. If he does that to JD and Marco, what do you think he's going to do to you? He doesn't care about you. When are you going to get it? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the Lake of Fire once again because, again, we don't have to do this. They do it to themselves. Join me in sending these MAGA demons where they truly, truly belong. Straight to hell. There you go.
Silence, you
SHW Zeus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and open up the boxes. You know the rules. Come on up here, speak your truth. We only want honesty. It's nice when you get to hear from all the amazing people in the United States that actually have something to contribute to the platform. Tell us what's happening, where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we know what we're going to get on the right. We're going to get a bunch of demonic, low level, just a bunch of evil hatred, and never anything positive. All right. Let me bring up my first panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and bring up Brother Nutty. Good morning, Nutty.
Good morning.
Yes, how are you?
Good morning, King.
Good morning.
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. Another day.
So great. You talked about a lot today. I want to just do a 360 here.
Okay.
So we know that the Supreme Court is just absolutely in the pocket of Donald Trump. This is a given.
True.
Right? All right. We know that every order that's coming now out of every thing that's coming out of the Supreme Court now, it's going to favor the Trump administration.
Correct.
So instead of crying about it, instead of saying how unfair about it is, what are we going to do to counter the Supreme Court? So this is the only thing we can do at this point.
Yeah.
At this point, the 90 million Democrats who were registered to vote and eligible to vote, we got to get them out to the polls. We got to get them out to the polls, because the only other thing that's going to counter all of the gerrymandering is a mass amount of people voting blue.
Thank you.
That's it. You have people like Dane and all the people on the right that comes in and do their talking points. You have them not even caring about the fact that it's their vote that they're stealing. It's their vote. How can you continue riding with a party who cannot win elections outside of cheating? Come on, Dane. The Democrats aren't the only ones seeing this. How can you continue supporting a party that cheats?
That part.
Not only cheats, Zeus.
Yeah.
They cheat in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
They change rules in the middle of the game. Like, they're doing it so blatantly in your face and saying, what are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing, because we have the power.
Facts. W Nutty, let's go.
Here's the thing. It's not even about Democrat or Republican at this point.
Nope.
It's not about Democrat or Republican. It's not about owning the libs. When you own the libs, you own yourself, stupid. Because what party continues to give you half the rights that you have currently? It's not the Republican Party. You all can deny history all you want. Deny the history all you want. We know that you're stupid. We know that you have a comprehension level of a gnat. We know this. We're not going to be holding your hands. See, unlike Zeus, I'm not going to be nice. I'm not going to try to be nice. That's why we come to Zeus, to get some niceties.
Yeah.
That's why we come here.
Thank you.
I'm going to respect the platform because I'm not saying what I truly want to say.
Wow.
But because I respect the platform.
But you got to deliver what I can't, though. So that's what we do, is tag team work over here. They got to do the dirty work out there, because I can't do it because I'm the host and I'm Triple H. But you don't need to worry about that, Nutty.
I'm so incensed. I'm so incensed about everything that's going on in our nation. And time again, they find a way to twist themselves to condone what this man is doing. They find a way.
Yeah.
You all must be tired AF.
Yeah.
From finding ways to twist yourself to justify the things that are going on in our nation.
Facts.
Now, I know y'all have heard this a billion times. You're going to hear it a billion and one more.
Go ahead.
If this were Biden, if this were Obama that has done all of this, how would you feel? You all will be in the streets doing another J6. You all will be in the streets.
Facts.
So if that is the case, you know that it's wrong when Donald Trump does it. So why are you allowing him to do it?
And we can never get an answer to our questions. It's always going back in time and bringing up something Joe Biden and Obama did. And I'm sitting here saying, be better than Joe Biden and Obama.
Absolutely.
We don't want, if you're doing what they are doing, then give us them back.
Listen,
it's
Zeus,
not that difficult.
As children, especially in the black household, we are always taught two wrongs, what?
Don't make a right.
Don't make a right. But in this case, two wrongs is going to make a right because we have to fight fire with fire.
That part.
We have to fight what's going on. We cannot continue bringing salt to a fire, to a dumpster fire. We need to bring more gas. We need to bring more gas and blow the whole system up in order to show them that this is not going to work.
That part. W's in the chat for Nutty.
What is it going to take? What is it going to take for the DNC to get to grow a freaking spine? What is it going to take for the DNC to do this? See, today's rant is not about MAGA. It's about the Democrats.
Go ahead.
It's about the Democrats. What are you going to do in order to change the trajectory of what's going on in our nation?
Facts.
Instead of sitting there crying and complaining because the Supreme Court did this, that, or the other. Okay, what is our answer now?
Yeah.
What is our answer? Stop crying, get in the game, play the game, and play it better than them.
Amen.
Because democracy is being crumbled right in front of our eyes. So Democrats, what are you going to do?
Facts. Facts.
You need to get these people out and vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get them out and vote.
W's in the chat for Nutty. You see how we can go both ways? They always say we don't criticize the Democrat Party. I'm sitting there saying, where are you getting that from? All right, we actively understand that there's a laundry list of things we need them to get busy and get started working on. However, we understand right now we have some people in the country that are actively resigning their power.
Zeus, I am actively running a campaign for myself right now.
Yeah,
I'm in the middle of a campaign right now.
Yeah,
and we've completely shifted our entire campaign. Will it cost us an election? Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly it will. But we cannot stand by and just do business as usual. I am not going to sit here and just continue going out door knocking, talking to people, talking to constituents, and asking them for money when I see our nation is in a dumpster fire. So what is our campaign doing now? We have completely done a 380 or a 360.
Okay.
We've completely done a 360, and we're not doing the door knocking anymore.
What are we doing?
We're not doing the campaigning anymore. We're holding voter registration.
Let's go.
We're holding voters registration. As a candidate, I'm still out there knocking doors, and I'm still asking people, are you registered to vote? If you're not, here's how you can vote. Here's how you can register to vote. Here's why it's important to get out the vote. We need more people out, getting people out to vote. And people of the United States of America, stop being so damn apathetic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stop being apathetic.
Thank you.
Because we did not have to be in this position. We cannot continue blaming MAGA for voting for this tyrant when we didn't get out to vote.
That's a point. That's a point, W Nutty. That is a point. Because a lot of people didn't vote last election cycle on the left because they were disappointed with Kamala and Joe Biden. That is something that
you know what? You know what? That's the most dangerous way to make me crash out. I'm sick of folks talking about two sides of the same coin. Blah 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 blah. Well, guess what? That same side of that coin wouldn't have us in this dumpster fire we're in now.
Yeah.
If she was sitting in the White House.
Facts.
If it weren't for Nancy Pelosi and the other jellyback fish Democrats that's sitting in Congress right now, we could have had Joseph Biden because he wouldn't have had to step aside for Kamala.
Thank you. Everyone knows Biden was doing a good job. Maybe
because
he didn't.
everyone started saying, "Oh, you're too old, Joe." Well, guess what? Joe is old AF, but he got the job done.
Hey, man, let's go. And that's why I take it personal. If you start talking about President Biden and Kamala Harris, you instantly get to the bottom of my list as a person. It's a disgrace for you to do that, considering everything we're dealing with right now. No. I get it. But
it is absolutely our fault we're in this because the Democrats push Joe Biden to say, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm going to step aside.
Yeah.
And maybe he should have done it sooner. Maybe. There's a lot of maybes. But how about not push the man? Because the man came back from retirement the first time and said, you know what? I'm going to do this because my country needs me.
That part. Y'all better wake up.
The only person to ever beat Donald Trump, and yet you want to push him out? The devil is a lie.
Tell him, Nutty.
So we cannot continue. We cannot continue down the same path. What are you going to do in order to change the trajectory of what the Supreme Court is doing? Because they've made it clear. They're making no apologies. They're making no apologies and giving no explanations. If you notice, they've contradicted themselves with their own judgments.
Facts.
They've contradicted themselves.
Facts.
And they're giving no explanations for the contradictions. And it's because no one is holding them to account. And when we do save this democracy, we need to pack the court. We need to put a limit on how long they can stay in that seat. And we need to say completely to all the states, there will be no more gerrymandering.
Amen.
There is an active bill in Congress right now that every single Democrat has signed to make gerrymandering illegal federally. And not one Republican voted for it. But yet they want to bitch, moan, and complain about Virginia doing what Virginia did. All they did what Texas did. Wow. Stop complaining.
Thank you.
When we get into the game.
Thank you. Nutty's on fire. Thank you, Nutty.
I'm done.
Thank you.
As always, do good, seek justice, and keep pushing.
Amen. Y'all get out there and vote for Nutty. Y'all know where he at. Get out there and vote for my brother. You need that kind of energy to change this country and get us right back on track. Thank you. See, I got to be the nice person. Let's see. Oh, okay.
I'm concerned for Nutty. That was that level of like his voice. He were kind of, I don't know. Yeah. I wasn't that loud. I wasn't that loud yesterday, Zeus. But anyway, how you doing this morning, man?
I'm doing pretty good. You?
I just wanted to tell you, I did see your opening monologue. My friend said Zeus is on. I know you wanted to talk to him, so I came and I listened to you. Mm-hmm. And I just find it crazy. We got the clip, by the way. You tried to walk it back after you said it. But pretty much yesterday you said, I don't care about anybody or anything black. I'm here for one reason, and that's for the Democrats to win. That was your words, verbatim.
Okay.
Then you tried to walk it back about 2 minutes after that and say, I'm not a Democrat. Like, we literally got you on a clip saying that.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so it's crazy that you try to. It's crazy that you try to.
Hold on. Oh, you got me on a clip.
Oh, no. Hold on. Let me finish. It's
bro.
crazy that you came in here and you tried to gaslight.
It's crazy that you got me on a clip, bro. I mean, listen, I post all my content on the
internet.
I
don't have you on a clip. Tony got the clip. I don't have the clip. Tony got
okay. Well, listen, bro. Honestly, we all get out here, we play our game. Why can't we be honest about what's happening in the United States? That's it. This is petty stuff. We're men.
No, it's not petty. Words matter. No. See, what you guys
so
don't
you're not a man.
Words
got it.
matter.
Okay, so we're not men.
No, that's why I'm telling you how men operate.
No. Actually, I'm showing you. So my thing is this. What I said yesterday, I said it in the moment. Context matters. Would you agree or disagree? Because remember,
context matters.
Okay. So, and you said some things yesterday, and I could bring it up, especially what you said about Val. When I
was speaking hypothetical.
No, but it sounded like you were confessing to committing crimes.
No, I was speaking in
Oh,
hypothetical.
now you're trying to walk it back.
A hypothetical is different
so
from
we
saying
walk. So you're walking.
I'm
So
going
you're
to.
walking it back.
I never said I'm going to.
Yes,
I said
you did.
what would
We got it.
happen. God forbid you
No,
stepped
no,
in my
no,
face.
no. We have the clip, Dave.
Play it. I want to hear.
No,
well,
no,
I don't care
no,
if you
no.
play it.
I don't want to
care.
consider
don't care.
you. I don't want to consider it about this, but I'll deal with it in another situation. But honestly, all of that aside, what is
Ellie
it that
Valley,
you?
what up, Unc?
What else is it that you wanted me to address this morning? Because I got a show to run.
No. I wanted that. We could get to Trump, but I wanted to ask you that. I wanted to ask you that. So
I am a Democrat. I vote for the Democrat Party. I understand there's nuances around racism, but I can't support you when I know you're wrong, bro. You know that now, right? If I see you actively chiseling away at the progress that I believe we've made in the country as a people of color, black men, then I gotta let you go. All right, that's just
yeah,
where we're
but
at
Democrat,
right
but Democrat is not more important than actually being a man first, bro, and being an honorable man, bro.
But you can't speak
like
on that the way
Democrats
you talk
is just
about
a
women.
damn Democrat.
You can't speak on that when you got the reputation you got, the way you disrespect women. You're not an honourable man. If we're being frank.
No, and you guys have a reputation. No. And you guys have a rep. Bounced talked about my mom about 5 times in the comments today. And you said that multiple times. See, that's the issue. They don't respect you. So it caused men like me to come in here and have to overly disrespect them because men like you don't have the kahunas to stand on your word.
Okay.
No Democrat man on here do. Women run over.
Okay, so you see what you just did.
You saw.
Hold on.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Hold on,
Hold
Zeus.
on. Go ahead.
You
say
saw
it.
when I left that live, Zeus. When I left that live, when I left Ange live, and I respect Ange for being fair at the end as well. Ange, regardless of how you feel, I respect you for actually doing what Zeus should have did and spoke up at the end. I appreciate that. But Zeus, you noticed the vast difference when I left that
Ange
live.
ran her
Hold
platform.
on.
Got it. I got it.
She got a great platform at the end.
Good.
So listen, did you see the vast difference of the? Hold on.
That's what I want to say.
All right, so
we're running our
see
platforms
the
and
vast
we're
difference?
successful at it, and you're complaining.
No. She was fair at the end, and I told her that yesterday. But what I'm trying to say is the way you guys framed me about how women treat me and think about me. When I went in Tony Live, I got totally the opposite from every woman in there, and that proved my point that I told y'all. I told y'all.
I can't.
I said, bro, it's a small. Hold on. I said
You said a minute ago that was one thing you had to say.
Small group.
How many more
Zeus,
things you
I
got
said
to
it's a
say? You
small
said
group.
a few seconds ago, you said, I just got one more thing to say. You didn't say about 6 things.
Well, I just want to show how you lie to people because you made it look like all women hate me, and that's the small group of women that you deal with, bro. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay, bro. Okay, all women love you. How about that? You feel better?
Well, after they come in contact with me, because I'm the real Risley, you heard?
That's a desecration.
Trump is doing, but let's.
Okay, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. Honestly, what you are experiencing on this app, honestly, is self-inflicted. You cannot teach me or anybody that I frequently interact with on this app how to be a man, because regardless of what you believe politically, we all know you're an out of control guy, right? Emotionally unstable. And you can tell me honestly, and I had a good conversation with somebody that watched this, very good person. You can sit here and try to persuade me that the women you are around truly, truly believe that you're a good person. But a person that has understanding about life, all right? I got more years on this earth than you, bro. You got to understand that people are watching how you behave on social media and they're taking notes, whether they're your friends or not. And you seem to just struggle with that. I don't know. You believe everyone that pats you. You believe everybody. Hold on. I wasn't done. I wasn't done.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
You believe, I don't know what your exact age, but you're over 30, that everyone that pats you on your back is your friend. That's the type of person you are. You believe everyone patting you on your back, good job, you're a good one, Dame, is your friend. I don't. I still believe, regardless of who's supporting me or not, I have a responsibility as a man, as a person of color, in the spaces that I in to stand on my principles and my values. If someone is cheering me and they say, well, you know what, Zeus, you robbed a bank, but that's not somebody I want to be around, because they're not pushing me to be a better person. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And you acknowledge that being a bad person and yelling at women is a wrong thing to do. You personally know that. But you run around and you say, well, because they did this to me, I can turn around and be the bad guy. I could be the bully. To me, that means you don't really believe in what you're saying. So why would I follow you? Why would I support you? Why would I clap for you?
I don't need you to, Zeus. I need you to be a man and
you can't teach me how to be
honorable. No, bro.
Did you just hear what I said, though?
Bro, I heard everything you said, and that's what that's how you feel.
Okay, how can you
that's
teach
how you
me?
Feel.
Hold on.
Zeus,
how can you teach me? Did you hear my question? Because you keep
I don't want to teach you, bro.
Quit saying
I'm just doing what Tony L did and asking you, why are you not moving like an honorable man? Because you present yourself as if you're honorable, but you're moving like a weasel. Yesterday was a weasel move, and only people that's checking you about it are people that really don't agree with you, pretty much politically. And yesterday you made it politically, bro. You agree with everything Tony said, and then when he asked you why didn't you do that, you said because you're a Democrat and you here only for the Democrats to win. I'm not on your team.
Okay,
so you here on some political stuff, bro.
I got it. So this goes back to what Nutty is saying, right? And
so you're pretty much saying you would lie.
Can I finish my point?
As long as it aligns with what you hear.
Yeah.
I'm not here to make people vote Republican, bro.
Yeah,
I'm here to make people find the truth and vote what's better for America. That's the difference. You're here for a narrative. So that goes to show any lie, as long as it fits that blue demon narrative, you are going with it. You don't have morals, bro.
Okay. And I'm glad that you and Tony, I am glad that you and Tony believe what y'all believe, right? Because I also saw Tony acknowledge that you are one of the good ones. All right, meaning
again, and you're lying. You're lying again. Tony didn't say that. Tony said what another creator said. Me and Tony went at it because I was telling Tony he should have just told me on the side.
And
you keep trying to do that, bro. That is
now, why do you get offended for being one of the good ones? If you're a good one, bro, be a good one. See, this is why I say you cannot teach me how to be a man, because you're unstable in all of your ways. On one side, you want to pull for the racist folks, knowing they racist, but you never have any smoke for them. You want to come talk to Big Zeus, and I'm asking you honestly, Dave, what have I ever done to you on TikTok? You're number one. Hold on. You're number one. You get all the money. You live in life. Everyone's clapping for. What have I done to you?
I never said you did nothing to me, bro.
So
why are you
think about that. So you take all of your anger and your smoke and you bring it to Big Zeus and the women on TikTok, and none of them have done anything to you. But we're sitting back watching your party actively target us. And here you come. I'm trying to help y'all. But I got to beat y'all up and mistreat you in order to get you to understand, because I'm a man. Come on, man. We all see through that. That is not how this works. You assume because I don't get whatever you think I should be getting on TikTok, I don't have anything going on in my life to be able to afford whatever I need to do out here. I don't know where you're getting this from. You're trying to measure yourself up against me.
Bro,
Hold on. You're trying to measure yourself up against me. Zeus, do this, do that. I'm like, bro, where is your head at right now? As you continue to lose more and more, as you continue to lose more and more, the country is right now in hell. And this is all I wanted you and Tony to answer. And Deontay, are you all seeing what's happening right now in the United States? Yes or no? And you can't give us an answer. You can't give us an answer.
Besides gas prices, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay. And unfortunately, that's the disconnect. Because to me, it should transcend party lines. I don't care if I were a Democrat. If Joe Biden is messing up and the country got all this, I'm going to be honest with you. I have to be. You cannot be honest with us about anything that's currently happening in the world of politics. And all the time you get in the box and talk with us, it always devolves into something personal. I'm not your therapist.
No. You're a damn lie, bro. You're a damn lie. You're a damn lie.
Well, call me whatever you want to, but
because you know you are. if I'm coming at somebody, or if I'm
Okay, so what's going on?
I don't even, bro, I don't even know most of your 17 level gifters friends in the comments. If I'm responding to them, bro, I don't even know who I'm responding to, man. These people are nobody, Zeus. Literally, this shit is sport and fun to me, dog. Literally.
Okay. So
Come
why,
on, bro. You like
okay,
you take it way more personal than me, dog.
Okay.
Literally,
That's your.
you take it way more personal.
I do. I'm not the one threatening
Yes.
people.
I'm not. But okay.
Okay. I take it personal. So this is projection.
Hold
on. This is projection. Hold on, because I got it. Hold on.
Some
Dame.
monster yesterday.
Dame. Listen up, champ. I'm saying it in a straightforward way, because we don't got all time, and I actually know other people may want to say something too. I don't go around threatening people on social media. You do, correct?
Bro, you can say that all you want.
Correct. I mean, are we being straight up? Are we straight up?
There's creators on here, bro. Some of your friends creators that you shout out. Bro, they've doxed people. They've talking about meeting people up. But Dame the one with the problem. Dame the one that got doxed. They got my shit out there. Everybody else, but Dame's the problem. Bro, you people are the most hypocritical.
Okay.
You people are the most hypocritical. Like straight jobless. Like all of these people talk about people's personal life, bro.
Hold on.
And you don't check none of that. You come straight to me. But you know what God gonna do? It's gonna happen to you, and you're gonna have to show how you're so humble, the humble man. And because it's a woman that's gonna do it to you, right? And you're gonna have to show how humble you is. Just like yesterday, you crashed out right after telling me I'm crashed out, and you screaming on Tony panel. So that's how God works, bro.
So I'm taking it. You're saying a woman.
You're that humble when it happens to you, Zeus. When a woman comes at you and just disrespects you and goes at your family and all kind of personal stuff, I want to see that humble Zeus, and you just come on here with your calm voice and send people to hell.
Okay.
I don't want you to crash out like you did on Tony L, like we got you on tape yesterday screaming, like you said I do. Don't do that.
Okay.
But do what you're telling me to do.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah. So let me make sure I got this straight. You're working with a woman on the right to send someone to me to dox me. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
What? Bro, I said I've been doxxed.
No. Did you?
No.
You said a woman's
going to
happen
to you.
You said a woman's going to do what to me, Dane?
Bro.
I can hear very well. You said a woman's going to do what to me.
You can run it. I don't give a shit what you try to lie and fucking conjure up of what I said. What I said was, whenever it happens to you, whenever you get disrespected by a woman, I want you to respond humbly.
Okay, so you weren't saying what you were just
whenever
saying.
it happens to you, dude.
Okay, so you weren't saying what you were just saying. All right. Well, listen, Dame, I'm not that type of person, but if people want to use their God-given rights to do things and then, make things whatever it is, then yeah, I got to deal with it, right?
So I guess you never disrespected Janae. You never disrespected none of these women. There's no tape of you disrespecting any women that's on the right side.
Find it.
No, I'm just asking.
If you had, why are you asking me? And I just told you, I have never, ever cursed any of them out. Have I said some strong things? Of course. But I've never went as far as to ask people to do anything. This is a platform of love, not violence, bro. But it gets back to you. Have you ever threatened anybody?
Yeah, if I did, played it.
No, that's a yes or no. I'm asking you.
I don't give. Nope. I spoke in hypotheticals, but if someone took that as that, they could do what the hell they want to. I don't give a shit.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, all right. Fair enough.
I told Val he wouldn't talk to me like that in my face. Val said he would step in my face, and I told Val, well, what happened?
I cannot make you be
something. And I stand on
it. Listen. I can't make you be something. It's not in you to be, right? And I'm hearing all of this, but I never once heard you take accountability for anything that you've done.
I do want to apologize for talking about Angie's body.
No.
Talking about Angie. But other than that, I stand on everything I ever said about everybody in your chat.
Fair enough.
Except for Angie.
All right. Well, guess what?
Nice.
Guess what?
It is what it is. I don't. Your chat is evil people for the most part. They're evil. They're poor. They're level 20 gifters. Like I'm a higher gifter level than every person.
Okay, you messed my gifting up and all that. So I took nothing Dame said serious, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize, honestly, for making you all endure all of that. The show must go on. But let the record reflect. you can say whatever you want to say about Big Zeus. It's not what people call you. It's what it's what you choose to respond to, right? And it's a great honor, ladies and gentlemen. And it's with great pleasure. Hold on. Should Dame be sent to should I send Dame straight to hell? All I heard was me, Tony L. Zeus, you're a bad person. Give me evidence I'm a bad person. Well, I can go get it. Oh, Zeus, you're a bad person. But straight to hell? Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Dame. Demon Dame. Every day, I'm a victim. Every day, dude, take a break. Get off the app and go eat a box of Frosted Flakes, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Dame straight to hell. What a disgrace. Woo!
Silence.
Yes.
You MAGA Dame.
And that's a huge W, Zeus. I knew when I put on that monologue this morning and I totally laid into Blagga, I knew what it was. Ange, I saw you. Where are you at? I thought you wanted to say something. You did host a live yesterday. I wanted to see if you wanted to say something. Come on back, please. Let's go ahead because this was ultimately going to happen. You know, we bring the drama and the heat on this show. W's in the chat. Where'd you go? Good morning, Ange. How are you?
Good morning. Not too bad.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing okay, and you?
I'm okay.
Mhm.
It was quite alive. I didn't expect it to kind of devolve in that way. But honestly, I just came up mostly to really talk about Takesha. Well, not talk about her, but she did an amazing job
There she is
at
right
panel.
there.
I may have been hosting, but she gets credit. She gets credit. And I want Dame to know I took some heat for what I would say being fair. I was trying my best to be fair and listen him out. But anyway, I won't speak on that anymore because we got Takesha here, I see. And I want to give the credit to her. I hosted, but she's definitely the best with advice and getting through to people. So anyway, Miss Takesha, why don't you take it from here?
Oh, W's Ange, W's Takesha. I mean, we annihilated.
I'll drop and let Takesha have her words. And thanks for having me up.
All righty then, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Ange a huge round of applause. No lies detected. Hi, Takesha.
Hey, Zeus, how you doing today?
I'm doing very, very well, honestly. I feel real good. How about you?
I'm good, Zeus. Let me say this to you because I sat outside of Tony's live because I didn't want to go in because I don't want him on my algorithm like that.
Yeah.
And two things that I heard, and I've always known this, but some of our men are more black than they are men.
Oh.
I'm going to say it again.
Go ahead. Yeah. That went through.
Some of our men are more black than they are men. Meaning that their race is their identity, not actually being a man.
Facts.
Because you can be a good white man, but you still need to be a good man.
Ooh, go ahead. W's Takesha. Go ahead. She's laying it down like a carpenter on him.
There's nothing wrong with being proud to be black, but be proud to be a man.
Facts.
That people can respect and look up to. And they don't always have to say, that's a good black man. They could just say, hey, that's a good man. Don't let your race be your identity. I think that's the issue.
Yeah. Struggling with it. They struggling with it, Takesha. I mean, they walk around with it on their sleeves, and then I see them, and they're voting with the Triple K. They're literally voting alongside the Triple K, but they want to take all their anger and frustration out on guess who? The people trying to help them. Ain't that sad?
Let me say this, Zeus. They voted for Donald Trump, who represented a party who really doesn't care anything about black people. I live in the state of Alabama. And our representative, Ledbetter, after the Supreme Court made the decision, he said now if we could get them to repeal the 14th Amendment, everything will be okay.
Yep. I heard that.
The 14th Amendment, he said it, Zeus. I had to go back and find it because I was like, surely he didn't say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So them voting for Trump was voting for a party that don't give a flip about black people. They really wish that we would go away. Because where are all the red states, Zeus?
In the South.
Okay, Zeus. Where was slavery, Zeus?
In the South.
Okay, Zeus. That's my point right there, Zeus. So my thing is this: you may have voted for Donald Trump because you thought he was gonna make your life better. But in voting for Donald Trump, you voted for the people in the party who doesn't want you here.
Boom, 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 boom. Get that through your head.
You voted for your own demise. You got a president who up all night, who hates the only black president, and he done made 14 truths about. I'm afraid for Obama because this man is so obsessed with President Obama that I'm scared for him.
Wow. Putting his
You
life
rage baiting. And you can tell his wife ain't in the bed with him. You rage baiting all through the night about the only black president. What did Obama do to you but give a few jokes on you at a place they give jokes at? And you've been salty with this man ever since.
Boom. W's in the chat for Dakisha. What did he do?
What did he do, Zeus? But let me say this about yesterday. Because I heard Dame say it again. And I'm going to give his example one more time. Because he said that he went to Tony's Live and the women were saying that he's a great person. And I'm going to give his example one more time. Zeus.
Okay, go ahead.
If we in a store and a child and they're cussing their mama out and hitting their mama, we gonna look at that child and say that child is disrespectful.
Correct.
But that child has never done any of that to us. But we still gonna label that child disrespectful.
Correct.
So if you do it to one woman,
thank you,
you're disrespectful. Just because you have not done it to the women that say you're not, does not mean you're not disrespectful. Just because a man cheats on his wife and he ain't cheating on you doesn't mean he's not a cheater.
That's love guru.
Some of those women that are saying you're not disrespectful gets disrespected so they don't see it as disrespect. Because they're used to it. So once you get used to being disrespected, see, a lot of women, Zeus, let's just break it down to be honest. A lot of women don't mind when they man call them they B. They think that's something to be proud of. This my B right here. And they standing back there smiling. And I'm saying to myself, you fool. So every woman doesn't take that word as disrespect. You got to have a level of respect for yourself in order to see that that word is disrespectful. I've never called myself that word because I'm not a bad B. I'm a bad woman.
So what you're saying is, if I got people clapping when I'm being a bad person, that's not a good thing. Is that what you're saying, Takesha? Because
no, it's not.
Because some people, and I noticed there's a comprehension problem too. Some people are interpreting the clapping as though that must mean I'm doing the right thing. I must be a good person.
Zeus, the Ku Klux Klan clapped in the crowd while they were putting us in a tree.
Message.
Come on, Zeus.
Come on. Message.
People clap when cops unalive innocent people.
Message.
So just because somebody clapping and cheering you on, that means absolutely nothing. Them folks cheered and said, give us Barabbas over Jesus.
Message. Wow. Dog walking.
Clapping means nothing.
It means you're on your way to hell. In a lot of these examples you're giving W. Sakisha. It means clapping means you're on your way to hell. W. Leah. Wow. I love how you broke it down.
We got to stop looking for adoration through other people.
That part.
We got to stop looking for praise from other people.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop looking for you're a good person from other people. Stop looking for what you should be getting from yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be that person that you can look up to yourself. Because it doesn't matter how people see you. It matters how people see you.
Facts. Facts on top of facts. On top of facts. Wow, Takesha, I gotta say, you have a great way of putting things in a nice perspective. And you know, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. Right? That's how I'm looking at it.
Well, Zeus, I have to because I'm raising 2 men.
Mm-hmm.
Two.
Wow.
And I think I've done well with them. You know, they're very respectful. And people don't come to me and tell me nothing they did that's disrespectful. They always have a good word when they tell me about my sons.
That part.
And I take pride in that.
Amen.
Because with the help of the good Lord, he helped me to raise them. They got, they dad in their life, but they lived primarily with me.
Uh-huh.
But we raised them to be good men.
Facts. I love it. I love it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and show Takesha a lot of love.
All right, Zeus.
I appreciate it. All right, there we go.
Oh, Zeus, did you see my Mother's Day dress I had on?
Where?
Oh, wait a minute, Zeus. I got to show you my picture.
Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. We gonna get Kiki, and y'all go ahead and hit that Cash App. Y'all know. This is why I say we don't promote hate. We promote love on this show. But we do run across a lot of haters. I got a lot of haters out there, all right? Seriously. Where you at, Takesha?
I'm finished. I had to pull it up.
Woo! Y'all hit that Cash App. Hey!
And my Mother's Day dress, dude.
Hey! Hey, showing up and showing out.
Okay, take me at the big stage.
Okay then. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Takesha. And again, happy belated Mother's Day. You're doing amazing work out here. You're saving a lot of people.
That's what 51 looks like, Zeus.
Oh, what? That's 51. Y'all go ahead and show Takesha some love.
All right, friend.
All right, no lies detected. Oh my God. See, it's crazy as we get over here a little bit, because sometimes I bring up people that are very just nasty, but there's always good that's going to come out of it. Trust me, we're going to get it always back on track, and you all are doing an outstanding job. Seriously. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, who do we got? Shay, welcome.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on? How are you doing?
I am good. It's been a good show, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh man, I tell you, I miss Angie's live, I guess, when y'all had Damon there. Oh goodness gracious.
Well, you didn't miss.
I don't know.
Well, you missed something, but ultimately, what we did is we did a bit of an exorcism. We did a bit of an exorcism on a MAGA demon. That's all.
Did it work?
Yeah. I would say it did because the demon is triggered, and that's part of the healing and the rehabilitation process. But we got a long way to go. Still, we still got a long way to go.
Isn't he often triggered? Oh, Vegas Girl is here.
We got another one.
Oh yeah. She okay. So on your live, I don't know if you remember this, but I called Mother of Dragons, Mother of Flying Monkeys. Do you remember that?
A long time ago,
Right.
something like that.
Long time ago, right?
Correct.
And I never asked you for the clip. I never asked because it's just I made it very apparent what I was doing when I said that, right?
Mhm.
I was calling her alphabet. I was calling her a witch.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. Because that's who the mother of the flying monkeys is, correct? And the
Correct.
Wizard of Oz.
Correct.
So I think that, yeah, and there's people in here going, that's race. It's not actually. So you're telling me that calling her a witch is racist. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I didn't call her. I would never call a black person a monkey. That's never going to come out of my mouth.
W's in the chat.
So-
That's true. It'll never happen over here.
People know me quite well and know that's never going to come out, right?
Correct.
But that's
But
exactly
here-
what it was, and I clarified it, right? Because she's mother of dragons, which is a flying animal, and it was just a short quip, and I was like, I'm calling her a witch, like alphabet, right? That's it. That's it. It was
Right.
easy, simple, done, whatever. But what the thing is, and yeah, I'll admit that it was just a dumb comment. I didn't actually need to speak on her. It was just being silly, right?
Correct.
But that's it. That's all it was. But of course, you have Vegas Girl. You know, the only thing she can say is to me what, oh, well, you said this and you did that. And I said, yes. And I've clarified that several times. And I've asked many of my friends and all of that. And I know that I would have been called out to the T from my friends if they knew that it was something like that. So anyway, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but that's what she decided she wanted to do is get up on a panel. You did that. So yeah, that's not exactly what I did, but and that's all they've got, right? That's what they're trying to do. And
So let me ask this. They're trying to accuse you of being racist.
Yes.
What did they say? Let me ask you this. Did they say anything about when Trump put the photo of Obama and Michelle as apes? What did they say about that?
No, they haven't called that out at all. So there's a lot of stuff, and that's the thing, and that was my conversation with.
See, how do I feel about that? That's because under normal circumstances, Shay, honestly, I could say, okay, maybe that is racist, what you said. I could see it from their perspective. But when they didn't vote for Joe Biden, because Joe Biden says if you have a problem figuring out whether or not to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black. I really took that to heart. And I said, these folks ain't black. So I don't consider them black. So that's just me. And you gotta, and maybe God can touch my heart and make me feel better about it. Yeah, Janae said the N-word. Yeah. It's all coming back.
100%.
It's all coming back like a ton of. My PTSD is starting.
Oh, but she said she's sorry, and she did.
And Lion Lou, all the N-words. Yeah. So you saying now they want to call us?
Yeah.
They better do something.
It's.
I can't go there.
Trump?
I can't
go there. Do they call him out ever when he calls every black person he attacks low IQ?
No.
Every time he talks about a black person, he calls them low IQ. Every single time.
Yeah.
So when are y'all gonna call that out, Dame? He thinks you have low IQ, Dame, and you voted for him, Dame. So don't try to come in here and twist what I said. Because that's not what I said. I made it very clear what I said.
Yeah.
Exactly when I said it, I clarified it.
Thank you. And she clarified it too. So, but
I did.
And if
who
they
I'm
want
referring to and what I'm describing. And she is a pagan witch. She does ceremonies.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see Mother of Dragons? That's what she does. She does all the little hexes. And so give me a break.
Hold on.
Good try.
Yeah. I mean, they have never said anything about Chud the Builder. You've been following this Chud the Builder person?
No.
Oh, okay.
What?
This is a white guy running around in Memphis, in Tennessee area, calling black people the N-words. I've never seen Blagga host a live saying we got a problem. No, they literally act like it's not happening. But then you get on here.
They say racism doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right?
But
But now I made a racist remark.
They're just not consistent, and I just do not have the bandwidth to babysit these babies. I just can't. If they have a problem with racism, then they need to stop supporting the party they're in. Case closed. I don't want to hear you crying about it. Until you stop supporting the Triple K. Fair enough. All right, W.
Where are the Southern conservatives now?
Your voting rights. They're voting. They're losing rights to vote.
You're losing rights. They're cutting the voting rights bill. The civil rights bill. They're doing all these things, right? But supposedly to Vegas
you've heard
Girl,
of
many
him
of them,
before?
racism doesn't exist. All you want to do is speak about racism, and then you want to try to do a quip and come at me because that's all you got, right? And that's what's ridiculous is you weren't even in the live when I said it, and I've never posted about it. I've never asked you for the clip. I don't need to because my reputation stands on this app for who I am. Period. End of story.
There you go.
You
There
know,
you go. But
we can
she said
all
the
make
N-word.
stupid mistakes, but that's not what I did.
She said the N-word. The person you're referring, her friend said the N-word multiple times.
Yeah. And they're
Lion
still
Luke,
friends with her.
N-word multiple times. They literally run around just saying the N-word, and I've never seen any of the Blagger folks do anything about it. Just, no. Oh, we talked to him. We said this and that. Give me a break.
She said she's sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, please.
okay.
But then you go and hang out with them and break bread with them. Give me a break. W Shay, W Zeus.
That's what I'm saying. And that's my whole point. And
No,
you're
you
going to
didn't.
hang out with, oh, you did?
No,
you told
no.
Lou? Really? Why don't you tell Angel too? They're all throwing it around. All of them do it. Danger.
Yeah.
They all do it.
Yeah. But the funny
They
part
all
is,
do it.
But the funny part, Shay, is he'll still go in the voting booth and vote with them,
Yeah. 100%.
and not the 92%. You get what I'm saying? There's something. I got to just be nice.
You're
on TikTok.
okay with
I
it.
gotta
Just
be nice
admit
on
it,
TikTok.
Dame. You
I
and
gotta
your
be nice on
adult
TikTok.
are okay with it because you're on this path of, well, we're over here, and I'm going to defend everything over here no matter what because you don't care.
Yeah.
You know it's happening.
Yeah.
You know what's going on, and you don't care.
Yeah.
You're voting with these Tennessee people that sat there and laughed, outside the door. You're voting with Virginia. You're voting with the Southern Conservative Party that wanted to keep you in chains.
Yeah.
You're voting with the same exact people. And I saw the whole comment about cotton picking.
Yeah.
And I have not heard that phrase in so long, but I grew up, as you know, in the South hearing that word.
Yeah,
You're cotton
I did
picking
too.
mouth, you're cotton picking, all that, right?
Yeah.
And what's interesting, as I have deconstructed and all of that, I was literally wow, I have not thought about that phrase in the literal term. You grow up and you hear it. I never took it apart. I never heard cotton and then picking.
You didn't connect
It's weird,
the dots.
right? Yeah. I just wanted to share that a little bit because I'm not making an excuse for the person that did it.
Yeah.
Because at this time and age, we need to understand what's going on with these terminologies and, the in knocking, the ding dong ditch. They used to call it in knocking. All of these things. We grow up and you just use these words and you're like, as a kid, or you heard them used. And I never thought about the actual phrase. When you brought it up, I was like, I never took that phrase apart. I have never used it in my life, but I heard it all the time.
Yeah. You're right.
Really interesting. Where a lot of this stuff came from.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fascinating.
that's why I'm saying
fascinating.
we unpack a lot of things on this show in the name of addressing what's
that was
happening
really
in
cool.
politics, right?
Yeah.
And all I'm doing is highlighting that you can't tell us, do the Morgan Freeman. Stop talking about racism when you have a president that's actively engaging in it. Okay, we're not going to be silent like Blagger and allow him to get away with it. And yes, will we get it right all the time? No, we won't. But we are able to at least acknowledge, hey, we do have an issue here that needs to be addressed and try to, talk things out. So I appreciate that. All right, now W's in the chat for Shay. We got to try to move on.
All right. Yes. Really not what I wanted, but that's we're all good. All right, my friend. Thank you so much.
All right.
Love you guys.
Love you too, ladies and gentlemen. W's in
care,
the chat for Shay. No lies detected. Yeah. How can I help you?
Well, I wanted to talk to Shay, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Then I could just move on to the next guest then, correct?
Well, I wanted to have a conversation with her because let me ask you a question, because since you were talking about racism, if a white man called a black woman stupid, would you consider that racist?
Give me an example.
If they were having a conversation, and because I've seen this on this app, and I'm just curious what anyone in the kingdom's thoughts are. That a white person was having an argument with a black person. They were a woman. They were having a disagreement or a
About
conversation. It was about
say
politics.
say
It was
there's
about politics.
so say
It was about
and I'm
politics.
assuming when you say black woman, this person voted for Trump.
No. It was a Democrat on Democrat crime.
Okay, so that changes the dynamics. Okay, and
Yeah.
what was the particular thing they were talking about?
They were talking politics.
Like what? Because here's the example. What does the definition of stupid mean?
Oh, I would say uneducated.
Or slow at learning.
Yeah.
So,
Because the reason why I asked this is because we know Trump has called Omarosa, Maxine Waters, different black women, low IQ and stuff like that, and was called a racist.
now that's true.
So my point to you is,
That's true. He's a racist. So yeah, okay.
And
I see
so-
where you're going.
and-
Is Trump racist for saying that? Absolutely.
so,
and
okay,
he's a misogynist.
but
And he's a misogynist for doing it too, right? So now that I've answered your question, what do you got?
so you don't think if a Democrat white man said that to a black woman, it's racist? It's not racist.
No, I didn't say all of that because that could be racist as well. But I wanted the context because to me,
Well, this
context-
person was called out for being a racist. They made a video about it. The
Well,
woman
they
made
could
a
be.
video about it.
Then Vegas, they could be racist then. But I personally would say this: it's not a good thing for a man in general to say that to a woman, and then when you throw the race thing in there, because of the power dynamic in the United States, it definitely could come across as racist. Now, when it comes to Donald Trump, yeah, it's 100% racist because he knows his whole brand is built on racism.
Well,
So
and
it's
the reason why-
definitely racist.
And the reason why I bring this up is because the young man that I'm talking about, I'm not going to mention his names, but the people in the kingdom are friends with him. And I didn't see one of them call him out.
Who?
I'm not going to say his name. He's not in there. He doesn't come into your life.
Oh, okay. So this is just a hypothetical. And
No,
so-
it's not a hypothetical.
But
It happened. It happened.
but assuming you're correct, right? What do you think we should do to him as the people in the kingdom? What would you like us to do to this young man that you believe?
This
has
is what
been-
I want.
Okay.
Because
good.
I get held accountable for everything that I say on here. I've been called a racist, a bigot. Shay says she has video, audio of me being a racist and bigot. I've asked her to share it. Point
you
it
didn't-
out.
But you didn't
She
answer
never
my question.
does. Never does.
What
So
was my
I
question?
want your side. I want the Democrats to hold themselves accountable for the racism that's on your side.
What does that look like in your world?
You hold people accountable. You guys want me to hold my friends on the right accountable. But I want Shay and all of them to hold their friends. Shay knows who I'm talking about. Takesha probably knows who I'm talking about. Hold your side accountable. This happened, months ago? But it happened and then went away.
So you want me to do something that you're not willing to do yourself?
Well, that's a good point. But who am I supposed to hold accountable? Because the people that are saying the N-word, they're all people of color.
But Vegas, this is where I say, okay, let's.
You want me as a white person to tell a person of color they can't say the N-word? I mean, please.
What?
That's
what? Wait, could you say that again?
I said, you want me as a white person to tell people of color what they can and can't say?
So I'm assuming you think that's a bad thing for you to do.
Well, I mean, I've always been told that people of color can use the N-word. So why would I, as a white person, tell them they can't do it?
And who told you that?
People on this app. I've heard people on this app. If I'm misspeaking, then correct me. If you said the N-word, am I supposed to correct you?
Vegas.
Does it matter what context I'm asking you a legitimate question.
Vegas.
I'm not trying to be disingenuous.
I
I'm asking you a question.
I know, and I just need time to process what I've just heard you say. That's all. That's it.
I don't think I said anything wrong.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I've actually been told by people that you're friends with that are black that white people can't decide what's racist or not. So it's all very confusing. Shay was told that too. We were both in the same. That's why we were both in the same live where we were told as YT women.
I can't. I can't, Vegas, this is honestly way beyond my pay grade on TikTok. All right. But I must say
Straight
this.
facts.
I must say
Straight facts
this.
told. Yeah, but let me finish. Straight facts told Shay and I that as white women, we can't determine what's racist or not.
And she's
So it's
right.
all very confusing. She
Yeah.
said it in Hogboss's live.
Yeah, well, and I get what
Shay was in that live.
I
He knows
get.
what she
Listen. What work are you doing right now, personally, to actually deconstruct the inherent racism that you're ingrained
I don't.
in?
I don't do any of that. I'm not doing any of that because I'm not part of the leftist party that tries to make white people feel bad for being white.
So Vegas, to ask me a question that I know you genuinely don't give a darn about, it's truly a waste of my time. Why?
I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm trying to point out the hypocrisy that you guys seem to have because you don't want to ever hold your side accountable for anything.
You can't point out the hypocrisy. Okay, and there's a good part in the Bible. It says you can't tell somebody how to get a splinter out of their eye when you got a big 2x4 right across your forehead. And you understand what that means, correct? You literally came up here to try to get me to somehow hold people on my side accountable for being racist. And when we dove into this, you clearly are confused about what being racist is. And you've actually gone as far as to say, I could care less about doing anything to try to figure out what being racist is. So now it's basically you putting the burden of something on Zeus. Number one, I'm not your property. I don't have that responsibility on TikTok to go around here and police anybody. And for you to think that I have that responsibility, it tells me you must think I work for you.
So you're asking me to do something that you don't do, though.
No,
Why would you ask me to hold people responsible when you don't?
Hold on. So when I see this, I say, so we have a woman who got onto my platform and thinks she thinks that she has power over me and that I work for her. And so now I would say, from my perspective, that's you showing your racist side.
I disagree.
Okay,
I
know, but you see how I took time.
I know how you're trying to twist things around.
And I took time to educate you. I took time to educate you.
I don't need to be educated. I ask you a question and you never answered it.
Okay. Which is also
because as soon as I told you it was two Democrats, you quickly didn't want to answer the question.
Vegas, when did I even mention politics?
I mentioned it.
We weren't even talking politics.
That's why I wanted to talk to Shay because Shay always has a lot to say about me.
Okay.
For some reason.
Okay. I get it. And maybe I can do a closet of truth one day where we could really do a deep dive. But what I want to say,
Q-Dog wants to come up for some reason to say something.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Go ahead. What a good thing to do, real quick, because I just don't have the bandwidth. And maybe Q-Dog can break it down before we wrap things up. Hey, Q-Dog, how you doing, brother?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
It's been a challenging week. I got a question for you, Vegas girl.
Sure.
When your time comes, like everyone else, what will you have to say to the Lord on what you did to make this world a better place?
Well, I mean, I've been sent to hell so much on his
No. We're not talking
This
about
is live. I don't know if I'm going to
No,
heaven.
Vegas girl, I'm being serious.
Okay, you're being serious. I'll be serious.
I'm being straight serious. What would you say to God to let him know that you did something to make this world a better place?
Well, I mean, I think I'm a good person. I help people. I help people in my community. I do things in my community and stuff that you guys don't know about because I don't talk about it with people on this app.
Okay, so
I'm a good mother. I'm a good grandmother. I'm good to my friends.
You don't bring that up. You don't bring up your good point.
I have Jesus in my heart. I'm good. I know my name is written down in the book of life. Is yours?
Let me explain something to you so you get a clear picture of where I'm going with this. Okay. I got 2 nephews that play for the Falcons. They're going to be playing for the Falcons this year.
That's great.
And their aunt on their father's side, family member of mine, was sitting in front of a Kroger's, waiting on her mother to come out. And a car comes barreling down and turns the car into like it was in a trash compactor.
Oh, wow.
She's gone. And I say this with a grain of salt that you don't know when your day is coming.
None of us
And
do.
and the reason why I asked you, what have you done or mentioned or just had a conversation about the things that you've done in a positive manner or just did for someone in a positive manner? Because every time you come up here every day, like yourself and other people like Janae and whatnot, you come up here with nothing but pure hell coming out of your mouth. I don't hear anything positive, but you're here every day. And I say this to say this: if you're a good person, you're going to speak on the good things that you've done. You try to encourage people when you come up here to do good things, not come up with turmoil and pure hell. And that woman was a good person. She did things for the community. She helped out with the team. She helped out with elderly people. 49 years old, and she's gone. But for some reason, we have people that want to support and be in control, support Trump and be in control, especially people of color, to come up here every day instead of utilizing that energy to go to your council, to go to different town hall meetings, to try to encourage someone in their vicinity to do good things. See, we don't know when our day is going to come.
Amen.
We don't. And when it does, the question that you pondered over and had to think about. See, I'll give you a prime example. See, my fraternity, we adopt highways. We mentor to children. We come up here and try to educate people that are lack of education. We don't call them stupid like Trump does. If they have lack of education, we try to encourage them to go read, to go research, try to do something positive where you, before you end your life on this earth, that you can pass on to somebody else.
Hallelujah.
And have it rotate like a domino effect. And I took a little break from Zeus. You know, I haven't been on here in a few days. You know, trying to get my mindset right and whatnot. And I'm gonna take a leave of absence from my daily duties and whatnot, because it bothers me. That bothers me to the point where when I hear you guys come over here every day, you come on Zeus's Live, he tries to get you guys to encourage you to go out and vote. Go out and do positive things in your community. Nutty comes up here and does the same thing. But every time you come up here, it's like a rebuttal. It's no different than everything that Obama did. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you point blank period what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with, he has Biden whatever. He always has Biden on his tongue. He always has Obama on his tongue. I'm gonna tell you this, what it is. It's always been a white tea man in that White House that black folks built.
Amen. There you go. There you go.
And
W's in the chat.
And I'm gonna land my plane on this.
Okay.
And the thing is, people like yourself that come up here on Zeus's Live every day can't stand it, cannot handle that there was a black man that walked into that house and there was another man that brought a black woman into that house.
Oh,
That's your problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank
you want to come on here every
Because
day.
you know me so well.
No,
You know me
because
so well.
hit dog. I'm talking about in general. But if you're demonizing yourself, that's when they call what they say a hit dog will holler. I didn't mention your name. I didn't mention your name. But it's obviously every time you say something about Biden, you say something about Obama. See, Biden was supported by a black man. That's how he got into the White House. But y'all got a problem with that.
Didn't even
That's the
mention their
reason why
names.
he's doing everything that he can right now to take the rights away from black folks.
Amen.
But you, as a person of non-color, has yet to come up here to say anything about, you know what? I'm going to vote. I'm going to try to get this guy out of office. You see it happening.
Yeah.
Say something.
Thank you. W for Q Dog. We got to try to squeeze straight facts in here.
Well, I am going to vote.
Vegas. Now, what was it you said? Straight Facts said something to you, and because she's now here, I don't know where she came, but she said she's here, and I want to make sure she has a
she's
chance.
up there.
Yeah,
it was last year, I believe. Shay, we were having a conversation, and I asked Shay a question. I asked Shay, had she ever heard me say anything racist or bigoted on this app? And Shay said no. And then Straight Facts told her, and I'm not quoting her, she can say what she said, that basically that Shay and I, because we're white women, we cannot determine what is racist.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
That's what she said. I'm not talking shit about it.
And that's what I
she
said. Listen, hold on.
Thank
So
you.
hold on. Time out. Since you brought my name up, first of all, I don't even acknowledge you because I don't even like you because I think you're invisible. And for you to remember and hold on to something that I said a year ago, congratulations to you because I meant what the heck I said.
Thank you.
I said, and I'm not gonna. What you think I'm a paraphrase? What you think I'm gonna take it back? I meant what I said. You have white tea skin on your body. You are not the determiner of what is racist and what is not because we live it every day. We can't take our skin off.
Amen.
We can't go put on a different skin. And I said what I said. And I'm going to say this. If you don't want no smoke from Straight Facts, I suggest you keep my name out your mouth moving forward. I'm going to give you a pass this time.
Yeah.
Simply because I hear what you were trying to say. But I said what I said. I haven't had a conversation with you since then. And Vegas girl, if you think I'm playing with you, you got another thing coming. I'm a grown woman with your flip-flopping butt. I don't mess with marks. You know what marks are? Marks are suckers. A whole ass sucker. And that's not what Straight Facts is. Thank y'all for the gifts. Don't mention my name no more. And I've said what I said. Have a good day.
Oh, wow, there you go. W's in the chat for Straight
Okay,
Facts.
I mean, am I supposed to be scared? Seriously?
You don't have to be scared, Vegas girl.
I'm not.
You don't have to be scared. Just be careful.
I'm not.
Because the thing is, here's the thing that you got to be very cognizant of. These are times that we're living in where people are desperate. They're hungry. They have to make a decision, a life decisions at the gas pump. They got to make life decisions with their family. And you never know. I was told this a long time ago. And this has to do with people that are, in traffic or whatnot, road rage or whatnot. You never know what a person's going through. You never know if they just lost their job, if they just lost their family. You don't know anything about that person individually. And don't ever put yourself in a situation where your mouth writes a check that your SS can't cash.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, and so there you go. So Vegas, we're not going to shoulder the burden of educating you, all right? And we're not going to come up here and take orders from you either, all right?
Shay wants to come up. Can you let Shay come up? Because that's who I wanted to talk to.
Fair enough. And then I got
I'm
to
not
honestly
giving you
wrap
orders.
it up.
I'm not giving you orders.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But then
comment.
after this, Big Zeus has other affairs to tend to in the kingdom because unlike some of you, I can't be on TikTok.
But you never answered my question, though, Zeus.
What was your question?
What I originally came up here for. But you know what?
I don't need to answer because I told you the burden of figuring out how to unpack and deconstruct your racism is 100% on you, Vegas.
I get it. You don't want to talk about the racism on the Democrat side.
No, I just don't want to talk about it with somebody I know that doesn't give a darn about it.
Yeah,
you don't care about it. You just said
hypocrisy.
You just said you don't care about it.
I care about people being hypocrites.
Hey, Zeus, right quick. Can you do a double up with Shay and Dr. Keisha? Because she has something to say. Alter ego, I'm not for it today.
Dr. Keisha doesn't like to be on
She
panels.
doesn't do the. She doesn't
No,
do
she
panels.
said she has something to say.
She said she doesn't like to be on panels though. So
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. All right.
Gotcha. No problem.
But I mean, I'll just brief Vegas girl. You're only getting up here to try to do a got you. You don't care. You've said it time and time again. You often go after Q Dog because all he does is talk about racism.
Go after him at all. I said that one time, and I
said it
to his
several
face.
times in a live.
I said it to his face.
I know.
Because you were there. That's the only time I've ever said anything to this man.
Why? Because I'm there with a black man? Like, what are you doing?
No, because he wanted to go after, who was it? Was it
Vegas girl?
Snuggles or someone?
Vegas girl. I've been very, very lenient on you. You haven't gotten the real Q Dog. Really.
I'm not worried about it.
When no, trust me, because you would leave this live and won't come back for a while if the real Q Dog comes out.
I doubt.
And none of us
do it.
No.
I've been real patient with you.
No.
And try to encourage you to do better.
No, we can't.
We need you to do better.
She wants. Okay, so here's the thing.
I don't need you guys to speak
Hold on.
for me.
Vegas. I got this. Hold on. I gotta
You
say
need to
this.
stop speaking,
I gotta say
first
this.
of all.
A lot of these.
sorry.
Hold on. A
Yourself.
lot of the conservative
Fuck off,
women on the
bitch.
right. Hold on. I gotta mute Vegas. Hold on. I gotta
You're
say
so
this.
mature.
A lot of the conservative women on the right, they're obsessed with black people. Some of them have a strange way of trying to. I've been invited out on coffee dates. Zeus, we would probably be good friends if we could just go have some coffee.
I've never done that, so don't include me in that comment.
But you're trying it with Q Dog. You're not asking for coffee.
Not at all.
It's indirect. And what we're
I'm
saying
married.
is,
I am not interested in either one of you guys.
and I'm just saying Q Dog. Because Q Dog said if he gave you the real Q Dog, thank you.
Exactly.
Okay, so
We're
Q
not-
Dog, let me just go ahead and do my part. Q
ridiculous
Dog, would you
things
ever
saying.
give Vegas girl a chance to find out the real Q Dog? And no, Vegas, no, serious, because I got to end this today. Q Dog, are you interested in Vegas girl at all in a romantic sense?
I got somebody on my side, 110 toes.
For you, I'm not interested in you. That's so
Vegas,
If I was
Vegas, can
single,
he answer?
That would be an F no.
Okay. All right. Now hold on.
Feelings
Hold
mutual.
on. So Vegas, Q Dog is not interested in you. In a
Good.
romantic-
I'm not interested in
you-
him.
I gotta drop her. Okay, Vegas. I gotta drop her. She's crashing out.
I mean, she's just, it's ridiculous. She gets up here with gotchas, right? You never call out the Democrat. Yes, we do. It's absurd. It's absurd. The whole thing's absurd. And for us to have to explain why, Straight Facts said what she said to both of us. Straight Facts is right. We don't walk in black skin. We're never going to face anything you guys face on a daily basis. We don't get to determine what's racist.
Yeah.
And we just don't.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
you don't ask another white person if I deem you racist. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, stop. I can help educate you because from white to white, but don't sit there and do anything else. Like, you got to learn to deconstruct, but you don't want to deconstruct. It's not hypocrisy. You're the one that's a hypocrite. You say every day that racism doesn't exist. The Democrats, all they talk about is racism. And you come up here and talk about racism. Who's the fucking hypocrite?
Oh, I caught that, Shay. Now listen.
All right, mama.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up because Big
Love
Zeus
you
has to
guys.
get up out of here.
Q-Dog,
What was that,
I'm so
Q-Dog?
sorry to hear what happened, sweetheart. Prayers are with you, my friend. I'm sorry. Baby.
Sometimes you got, and I'm gonna leave it at this. Sometimes you can't you question God why the good ones get taken away, and the ones that cause pure hell and evil are still here. That's God's plan. God's plan. So what made you flip to that side and want to be over here causing the havoc on the side where you used to be at?
Because we held her accountable, Q-Dog, and she's hurt. She doesn't really care. She says it 1,000 times. I don't really care. My life is fine. Everything's fine. I'm okay. Nothing's that bad. Y'all are just fear mongering. All you do is talk about racism. That's the stuff that comes out of her mouth.
All right. Well,
She's hurt because we kicked her to the curb.
All right. Now I got to get up out of here.
She doesn't stand for anything, my friend.
I got to get up out of here. W's in the chat for Shane, Q-Dog. Love you both.
Love you guys.
All right.
Thanks.
What an incredible show, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, goodness gracious, you all put in, make me work so much overtime. You all deserve a round of applause. What a show. We always end up going through a lot of things politically, but oh my gosh, this was real drama heavy today. Listen, I can't be a therapist on TikTok, but honestly, thank you everyone for tuning in and putting up with just the complete nonsense from these characters on the right. I know you hate when I do it, but I know what I'm doing and I'm really good at it, all right? Seriously, thank you to all of you, especially the subscribers, gifters, and panelists. Because without you, this show wouldn't be what it is. Entertaining, engaging, and very educational. W. Kamira! And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll pick up where we left off. But on a serious note, I got to give this last round of booze and shame. This is, okay, and it's not necessarily them. This is Dame and the spirit in him, all right? What you did today, bro. You can keep recording me and telling me you got me. I post all my videos on YouTube, all right? The least you could do is give me credit and give me the loot, all right? The honorable thing to do would be to give me the loot, bro, because honestly, you're literally trying to be Zeus, and it's like you're the worst of me. You're the worst of me, and it's never going to work. And I'm going to send you straight to hell because look at what you've done. You put yourself in a nasty situation, bro. You don't even have the right to vote. I'm just going to start saying it. You don't even have the right to vote. Powerless. And then I got to go ahead and talk about Vegas Girl. I'm going to put her in the category of Chud the Builder. Many of you know this is a white guy running around here calling black people the N-word. And Blagga won't do anything about it. They sit there and they say, I'm going to do this, but they never do anything about it. And we found out a couple of days ago that he's got a fetish. He's got a fetish, according to what I've seen. He likes black men. So he's running around here calling black people the N-word to get a rise out of them. Literally. Right? And you're saying, whoa, that's Grindr on steroids, right? Because that's the best way to get a rise out of a person, but in a different way. So you got to be careful when these folks start using racism to get a conversation started. And so then that leads me to Vegas Girl, who came up here in love with Q-Dog, I guess. In love with Zeus once again. We caught her with the jungle fever. What's racism, Zeus? What's racism, Zeus? And all she wants is just to get an opportunity with a handsome brother like me, maybe Q-Dog, or I'll say it nutty. And it's never going to happen. No, we don't want to go out with any of you. All right? We have standards. All right? And unfortunately, you don't meet those standards. Ladies and gentlemen, join me once again in warming up the lake of fire for these people who are clearly obsessed. And I think Dame got something with Ange too, because it doesn't make sense. These folks are obsessed. These are some sick people. They use every trick in the book to try to get a date, and it's never going to work. Join me in sending them straight to hell. I see through these folks. I see right through them. Thank you.
You MAGA Damon.
All right, and that's a huge W, Zeus. I'll be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Take care. And honestly, have a great rest of your morning. We did what we could this morning, but boy, oh boy, there's a lot happening in the world today. I tell you, we're out of here. I hope you all seriously.
In the land of the
Come on back. Let's go.
Promises broken, leadership taking off track. Every crisis deepens under one man's reign.
There you go.
But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning.
But Iran can't have a nuclear. Borders wide open. Fentanyl flooding the block. Trump talk tough, but the numbers still shot. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Cities in chaos, stores rooted and learned. His law and order talk never got returned. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Inflation exploding, savings wiped out clean. Trump's tariffs and chaos fuel the machine. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Factories still leaving jobs gone overseas. Epstein's island flights with the elite degrees. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Everything going wrong in America, blame the cheese.
Blame Donald Trump, everything going wrong in America.
Tanking division running deep. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Crime wave surging, trust completely slain. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Nation on the brink, playing a dangerous game. But Iran sight. Trump's big promises faded into the night. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Education failing, kids left in the dust. His administration left schools full of rust. But Iran can't have a nuclear energy crisis fighting after
America
his
suffers,
dominance.
but
Reality
it's
hit
okay
hard under his watch. And
Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, right? Great show, man.
Veterans sleeping on streets, they defended. While billions looted, Israel priorities appended. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Yet exploding higher, trillions added fast. Trump's tax cuts and spending made the burden last. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Free speech twisted, tech allies in his corner. Epstein connections lingering like a warning. But Iran can't have a nuclear elections. Contested division, he amplified. America first turned into America's divide. But Iran can't have a nuclear priorities, wishes, foreign obsessions remain. Trump's endless Iran focus, matching domestic pain. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. America bleeding from self-inflicted wounds. The same old refrain played on repeat by the crew through every failure he helped create or ignore. But Iran can't have a nuclear weapon.
Have a great rest of your morning. One of the best shows, actually the best show on TikTok. Have a great rest of your morning. See you tomorrow.